Ask Reddit, what's a goal you romanticized and sounded so good in your mind, just to realize you hated it once you achieved it? After spending most of my teen years desperate to be in a relationship, I dived right into marriage as soon as I could, and that 2 years was such a WTF that I haven't actively sought out a relationship in 22 years. I really wanted to be partnered too. After being a lonely kid, I thought a loving partner would solve all my problems. Desperately sought out a relationship. Then I was in a 13-year relationship. Never again. Maybe casual dating and never cohabitation. Get out of my house and don't disturb my peace. For me, it was becoming a digital nomad. The idea of working from beaches around the world, laptop in hand, soaking up sunsets and cultures was incredibly alluring. But once I was doing it, the reality was less romantic. I had to deal with unstable internet, time zone chaos, and a surprising amount of loneliness. The dream of being a digital nomad was better suited for Instagram than for everyday life. Becoming a morning person. I thought I'd be super productive, but I just hated it and lost sleep. I became a morning person not by choice. Started going to work early so I have more time after work to do things. After years of it, I can't sleep in past 6:30 or 7 if I tried. I'm now one of those old guys who gets up with the sun. I used to wonder why people would do that. Now I know. I get up way before the sun, in Seattle, especially in the winter. So dark. I don't fight it. I use the time to enjoy a peaceful, quiet couple of hours while my partner sleeps. I read, do creative in my studio, or catch up on housework. Being a morning person is nice, except when you want to attend a concert or party that starts at your usual bedtime. Lots of caffeine is the solution there. OMG, I thought getting a promotion would be so cool, but it just stressed me out way more. Like, I had to work extra and deal with more people. Be careful what you wish, especially people wanting to become a manager of sorts. It's not a status upgrade as others think. You step away from your technical job, responsible for more people, which means admin work on top of your regular work, but not exactly in control of the change cause you are middle management. You lose your everyday skills and become more easily expandable. Plus overworked, underappreciated, and underpaid. And doesn't exactly resume builds for the next job. I became a manager in January 2024, so it's been nearly a year. There was no career path for individual contributors in my company. If you did your job well, you could get promoted out of it. I still barely know what I'm doing as a manager. Nobody is telling me what my metrics for success are, and every time I ask, I'm told that I've been in the position a year, so I should know how to do it. I'm actively seeking other work. The moment you achieve your goal, you will feel content for a while and then again shift your goal and focus on achieving the next big thing. For me, it's every time I achieve something. One of my rules of psychology is people are never happy, or framed more positively, people always strive for more. It's probably a good thing we are always trying to make the world a better place, at least for ourselves/family, but it's important to remember it's the journey, not the destination, that makes us happy. Running my own small business and being a full-time artist. So much stress and I think about work 24/7. I grew up never being good enough for my parents, and now I'm never productive/skilled/shrewd enough for myself. My sleep schedule has gone to ass. I never go outside and I don't have any friends. I'm a parent. I've now set my expectation for you to pay your bills. That's it. I'd also be really proud if you would create/work on something not to sell, maybe 2x/week. Being a teacher. I am just a random corporate drone now, and I'm making more money for easier work. I'm less stressed, not doing overtime daily, not bringing work home, not being constantly disrespected, not constantly overstimulated, and I have more time for life outside of work. Working my butt off in school so I'd get myself a good job. Here I am, no cool high school years to remember and a job I hate. haven't seen any countries and not anywhere near rich. Moving to Paris. Everyone talks about the romance and culture, but nobody mentions the tiny apartments, endless bureaucracy, and feeling completely isolated because your high school French isn't nearly good enough. Moved back home after 6 months. I lived in Paris for a year. It was a wonderful, magical experience because I knew it was only for a year. I would never want to live there permanently. The language thing is exhausting. The bureaucracy is unending, and my year there showed me I was far too American to ever survive there long term. Love visiting, and would even consider doing short-term stays there when I retire, but living there permanently. Jamais owning a house. I was so proud of myself when I bought it, but it was so much more work than I ever expected. Every day dealing with some issue or another. The anxiety of getting things fixed. I had no idea how expensive things like plumbers and roofers would turn out to be. I spent whole weekends doing stuff like fixing a sprinkler. Every spare cent I earned went back into an emergency fix or maintenance issue here and there. I had to move for work and sold the house a while back, and I'm sharing an apartment now. I save so much more money every month and have so much more free time. I know that over time it's worth it financially for sure, and I was really lucky to be able to own one. But man, was it way harder than I expected. I like it, but it's because I'm married, and my partner is a pretty handy person and can take care of a lot of the stuff that breaks/needs maintenance. When stuff comes up we can't handle, then we have 2 sources of income to throw at it. As a single person, I don't think I'd be too eager to own a house. Something always needs doing, and it can get expensive fast if you can't DIY it. A single friend of mine wanted to buy for a while. She was just about to do so, and then her job transferred her at the last minute. She ended up renting, and it's definitely a better option for her. That was confirmed when, in 1 week, her air conditioning broke, $1,300 in repair. Her 20-year-old stove died, $600 into replace stove. And a doorknob broke, cheap fix, but LL still had to come by to fix. That was all her landlord's problem, not hers. I love biology, I love the ocean. I thought I'd love scuba diving. Got certified and it was just, okay. It was sort of fun while actually down there, but the gear, setup and constriction just wasn't all that great. I never went again, except an aborted trip due to conditions, never even went under, and have zero plans to. However, this did lead me to spearfishing and freediving, which I love. It's all the best parts of scuba, with almost none of the drawbacks. It's freeing, you still see tons of stuff, and gear is less restrictive. Owning an old house. Old houses have a way of knowing any time you are starting to have a little too much money in your bank account, and then boom, something fails that's going to be expensive to fix. Owning a camper van. Dreamed of the open road, fresh air, stop anywhere, cook outdoors. Tried it out for a holiday during 2020, as it was easy to stay in the UK. It was a massive faff. Want to go anywhere? Hack everything away first. Stop off in that lovely village? No chance, as it's way too big to park. Want a good night's sleep? Don't stay in a UK campsite in the Lake District. We had a good holiday. Wouldn't do it again. That would probably a job promotion. I saw everyone being so happy once they got promoted, but I just hated it because I had so much work I didn't even have a minute of my free time left. High-paying lawyer job. I spent 10 months defending insurance companies and getting excoriated over BS by my boss. Mental health vastly improved the minute I left. Responding to his last text after I left with "Ike, sorry" was spectacular. Fun fact, I'm still connected to these insurance chuckle FS on LinkedIn. Watching them lose their minds over a specific incident in New York City the other day has been a delight to scroll through. Having a 9-to-5 office job. Worked hospitality my whole life and moved to office work thinking I'd be so much happier. Couldn't have been more wrong. It ate away at my mental health being sat on my own with no communication, knowing I only have the weekend to do what I want. I became insecure about putting on weight as I wasn't on my feet all the time. My mental health tanked. I've gone back to hospitality now and I couldn't be happier. I think people are just built differently with what they want from a job. For me, I think I need to social aspect to thrive. What's a goal you romanticized? Feel free to share in the comments below. Please consider subscribing and liking for more daily videos.